he was a tough competitor, tough fighter.
Was he tougher than you expected him to be?
He was tougher than I expected him to be, but also I was a bit.
I said it because I knew that this fucking kid is he's tough as nails. I spar him and I hit him. He keeps coming back.
The heart Fabio Wardley showed in there, incredible.
Oh man, Fabio Wardley did amazing for himself and his family, and I fucking caught it.
What happens is when you've got a big bang like he has, and he's got the heart to carry it through, he's never beat. Good fight. Who do you think Fabio should fight next? Derek said he should fight Daniel Dubois. I mean, the Usyk fight might be there. Anyone, I think he's earned his right to fight for the undisputed Usyk fight.
There's big fights for him in Australia. There's big fights for him over here. His profile went through the roof tonight. Everybody knows he's a world-class heavyweight. So yeah, he took the risk here at 4 or 5 weeks' notice.
I thought Joe was about 4 or 5 rounds up on the cards, but he got caught. That's what it is. It's boxing, Fabio did really good, Very, very happy for him. You know what I mean?
Mate, Wardley's my guy. I've had more fucking rounds with Wardley than anybody else in boxing. Do you understand? I've sparred Wardley so many times. I even called it. I'm like, Wardley's gonna win this fight, and nobody believed me. I called it.
You believed in you?
I called it. Yeah, I say Wardley wins it.
Seasoned fighter, former heavyweight champion, he's boxed the best. He's been there, and it's like a resurgence in his career. Thinking, I'm there now. Touching distance. I'm fighting Alexander Usyk, and what happens? Fabio leapfrogs him and says, "Yes, I've come to gate crash this party." Enough respect. I thought Fabio was sharper. I thought Fabio was hungry. He was on point.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. I'm glad that he's showing.
Man, that's what he is.
I'm glad he's showing the world what I believe and all his beliefs come true, bro.
Why fighters are terrified to fight Fabio Wardley after beating Joseph Parker is simple. His body shots broke down a world champion like it was routine. Frank Warren knows Fabio's rise is real. Every punch carried purpose, and that precision makes him truly dangerous.
And I'll tell you what his body shots were good. He was catching him with body shots, and I think and Joe's no slouch. He's a tough guy. He's on a roll. He's a former world champion. He's beaten, 3 or 4 of his last fights, all top 10 ranked fighters, and done it in style.
Even Joseph Parker had to admit it. Fabio Wardley is built different. That confidence he carried into the ring was not just talk, it was conviction. Fabio absorbed pressure like a seasoned veteran and turned the tables when it mattered. He didn't just win a fight, he earned respect across the division.
Yeah, he's a tough man. Like I said before the fight, he was confident, he had self-belief, and he showed that he's a warrior. So
Dean White's comparison says it all. Calling Fabio the Deontay Wilder of the UK is not random. It is recognition of pure knockout danger. Fabio proved he does not need 12 rounds to win. Only a single moment to change everything. Parker may have started stronger, but when fatigue hit, Fabio stayed patient and waited for his opening like a true finisher. This fight showed that Fabio is not just powerful, he is intelligent in how he applies that power. He broke Parker down mentally before finishing him physically. Something only elite fighters can do.
Both guys had their moments in there. It was ebb and flow, and I was like, Fabio hit him with some good shots. Fabio needs to do a bit more. But Fabio's always, he's like the Deontay Wilder of the UK, man. He always has that equal there down the stretch. I think Parker blew his tank in that round before, where he literally let it out, and then that was his, it wasn't what the goose cooked for.
Jarrell Miller's reaction reflects what most of the boxing world felt. No one expected Fabio to pull that off, yet he did it with pure composure and authority. Miller recognizing Fabio's equalizer is proof that even heavy hitters respect that power. Parker looked spent because Fabio forced him to fight at a tempo he could not handle. That stoppage was not luck. It was inevitability. Fabio had control, rhythm, and purpose in every move. When even a fellow heavyweight like Miller admits he is not sure about stepping in with Fabio, you know this man has become a genuine problem in the division.
Oh man, I didn't think, I thought Parker was gonna pull it out, but we all know Wardley has that punching power and equalizer, but that's boxing for you.
Did you agree with that stoppage in the 11th?
No, I thought he could win a little more, because Parker was still swinging, but UK is known for making fights stop a lot.
Carl Froch is a fighter's fighter, so when he says Fabio was robbed of a conclusive finish, it carries serious weight. Froch knows how close Fabio was to closing the show in style. That extra minute could have delivered the highlight knockout of the year. Even with fatigue setting in, Fabio was still in full control, pressing the action and dictating pace. Parker was hanging on, and Frock's comments confirm what everyone saw: Fabio had taken over. The stoppage might have come early, but it only delayed what was already written. Fabio was moments away from sealing his masterpiece.
Too early. He was tired. He may have just robbed Fabio Wardley there of a great stoppage, which is what I was saying with me and Groves. It stopped a bit too early. If the fight was going to carry on, I would have got the conclusive finish. Fabio Wardley may have just...
Duke McKenzie hit the nail on the head. Parker did not just lose because of a mistake, he lost because Fabio forced him into it. The tactics failed because Fabio's pressure never allowed him to settle. Every exchange reminded Parker that Fabio is not like the others. His knockout streak is not hype, it is hard-earned destruction built through focus and fearless aggression. McKenzie acknowledging that Fabio blows everyone away shows how respected he has become among boxing purists. Whether it is early or late, Fabio finds the finish because he believes in his own firepower more than anyone believes in stopping it.
Parker, for me, the only thing that disappointed me about Parker was he threw it away. Because tactically, got his tactics all wrong. I know in heavyweight boxing, all heavyweights hit hard, but Fabio Wardley's on a great run of knockouts, right? Just knocking everyone out. Anybody put in front of me.
Johnny Nelson's words reveal the mental side of Parker's downfall. Pride is a heavy burden in boxing, and Parker carried too much of it into that fight. Fabio exploited it perfectly by keeping calm and calculated, letting Parker make the mistakes that ended him. While Parker was busy protecting his ego, Fabio stayed focused on victory. That is what separates contenders from champions. Nelson's insight exposes how deeply Fabio's win affected Parker's mindset. It was not just a loss in the ring, it was a psychological defeat. Fabio made a statement without talking, proving he is now the man every heavyweight must think twice about facing.
I don't want a big on my face. I've got to get a job done here. So after the things he said the last time, he knows he probably mugged himself off. I think that probably hurt him more than anything, hit his pride.
Dean White comparing Fabio Wardley to Deontay Wilder tells you exactly how explosive this man has become. That equalizer he mentioned is the same weapon that changes the rhythm of an entire fight. Fabio might not have the longest amateur background, but what he does have is natural timing, devastating precision, and the calmness to use it when it matters most. Against Parker, he absorbed pressure, bided his time, and when Parker emptied the tank, Fabio struck with pure intent. That is what makes Fabio terrifying for every future opponent. He waits for your mistakes, studies your rhythm, and when he attacks, it is already too late. He is evolving into a fighter who finishes smart, not just hard.
I mean, both guys had their moments in there. It was ebb and flow, and you know what it is, I was like, Fabio hit him with some good shots. Fabio needs to do a bit more. But Fabio's always, he's like the Deontay Wilder of the UK, man. He always had that equal there down the stretch. I mean, I think Parker blew his tank in that round before, where he literally let it out, and then kind of that was his, it was what the goose cooked for him.
Frank Warren calling Fabio Wardley's fight an all-time classic confirms that he has broken through every level of expectation. What makes Fabio dangerous is not just his knockout power, but his mindset under pressure. He knows one clean shot can rewrite the story of a fight, and he carries that confidence in every round. That is what separates contenders from champions. Against Parker, Fabio was patient, not desperate. He trusted his power, controlled the chaos, and when the moment arrived, he turned a back-and-forth war into a highlight that will live forever. Warren's words show that Fabio has shifted from promise to proof, from rising star to a real heavyweight force who can change everything with a single punch.
It was an all-time heavyweight great fight. Fabulous fight. We always knew it was going to be. And it's what we said from the start. It only takes 1 second with him and he turns a fight around.
Fabio Wardley's victory over Joseph Parker has completely shaken up the heavyweight scene. What started as a test turned into a statement that echoed through every gym and promoter's office in boxing. Fabio is not just another puncher. He is the embodiment of confidence, patience, and destructive accuracy. Fighters fear him now because he represents the unknown, the unpredictable energy that can dismantle even the most experienced opponent. His ability to recover, think under fire, and find that perfect shot when it matters has elevated him beyond domestic level. This win was more than a belt or ranking, it was the birth of a new threat in the heavyweight division. Fabio's name now carries weight. His right hand carries fear, and his rise feels unstoppable. The question is not who he fights next, but who dares to face him. Every fighter claiming to want smoke will think twice before stepping into the same ring with a man who just folded a former world champion. The countdown to his next challenge has already begun, and fans can sense something special brewing. What do you think comes next for Fabio Wardley after this career-defining win? Let us know your take in the comments.